These are the highlights of India's smartest podcast, The Ranveer Show. Welcome to TRS Clips. Make sure you hit that bell icon and don't forget to subscribe. I need advice in life at this stage because I feel like, we're done with money. Money is all right. And I think I'm going in the right direction when it comes to money. But often now that damaged Indian boy inside me questions himself about legacy. So I want to ask you about this concept of legacy, ma'am. Like, how do you look at your own legacy? Do you look at it as something you wished for early on in your career? How do you look at it now? How do you look back at your life? Would you change anything? Do you still have, even deeper, say, career ambitions? I'm trying to wrap my head around this concept of legacy because it's honestly been troubling me because of the narratives that I've been fed from the world of sports. Build your legacy, go kill it. There should be movies made about you. But even that puts pressure on you as a man or a woman or whatever you are. So what's your take on legacy, ma'am?
I think I had more potential to administer and serve and give better original ideas in governance. I could have been used better. I could have been used more. I had that in me. Maybe I was born with it, or I was blessed with it, or I nurtured it. My department, the Indian Police Service, has not fully realized my potential. They kept dumping me into positions. It is my own dint and determination which made me kept emerging out of it. Let me give you an example. Even the position of Deputy Commissioner of Police Traffic was a dump. Nobody was going there during 9th Asian Games. I was just told one day, you got to do it, and that's it. It was just an year and a half. I didn't know anything about the roads. I knew it's going to be a Waterloo because how would I handle entire Delhi for traffic, right? It was a dump for me. But because people were not willing to take that risk. But after I left, it became a very prestigious position to be in. But the point is, after I had accomplished a lot in the Asian Games traffic management, I was moved away immediately, sent away. Instead of realizing and allowing me to now take the whole system forward and systemize it, I was shunted. Never realized to put systems in place. Then again, my Crime Prevention Asia. Moment I was blooming, I was putting systems in place, I was shunted out. Then there was no place for me. 9 months, there was no work for me. I was sent as IG prison because nobody was going as Inspector General Prison in Tihar. Nobody. It was lying vacant. So when I was being sent, there was no work for me. They said, there's no work for you. Finished. So I was 9 months being paid. One day the accountant said, I can't pay her more unless you give her work. So promptly an order came, posted as Inspector General Prisons. Because what did happen? It was a dump. But today, it's a marking place for the next Police Commissioner of Delhi. It's now such a position of huge value. I was dumped. But what happened? From that, we emerged again. It was an emergence. It was sheer determination. Then I was overlooked to be a Police Commissioner of Delhi. I was Delhi, India, world over would have had a first woman police commissioner in the world. I would have gone in by merit. I was on merit, 5 open. So here again, I was excluded. They never realized my potential. We would have put systems in place of crime prevention. And my strength was crime prevention. That's why I succeeded in prisons, because I believed in crime prevention. It's a Magsaysay Award which highlighted the whole work. Otherwise, for me, it was a dump. But being overlooked to be a police commissioner of Delhi, when I had the seniority, and somebody who was next junior, 4 years junior, even if I'd done my 2 years, he could have got a tenure of 2 years. But it wasn't. It was a now get her out. Why? Because I was not the part of the club. I was not part of the boys' club. That boys' club. See, so I was isolated. I didn't have the political support. I was out. I was told, go and meet so-and-so, then you will consider you. I said, I don't meet. You are the Union Home Minister, sir. You are the end of the service. You are the one who has to decide. I shall not go anywhere else. I did not. What happened? I was overlooked. The news came at 10 p.m. at television at night to avoid Why? Police Commissioner of Delhi order came at 10 o'clock at night to make news on television at night. So it doesn't make news during the day. Next year, the news was stale. I was overlooked. What did I do? Self-respecting, totally secure. I put in my papers and I took early retirement. Why did the Indian Police Service lose my very valuable another 2 years of my service? Had I been the Police Commissioner of Delhi, I would have put lots of systems in place which I'd experimented with and succeeded in my earlier assignments. So I think this is do you know the only time, to be honest with you, when I've realized my potential is as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. And I was given full 5 years to work. First time in my career, Ranveer, in my less than 40 years of service, I have had a posting where I fitted like a T. And I was given on merit. And I was trusted to go and serve. And then nobody interfered. And look, the kind of work we could create. We could turn Puducherry around. We could document, we could totally make into model. That's one side of past that the political hostility and the vested interests came in the way. That's different. But the fact is, I was picked up by the Prime Minister himself, given me an opportunity. I'm not praising him. It's not a political thing. I'm telling you a sequence. First time in my life, I was called when I'd left the service. When I left the service, I was called, would you like to go and work there? I said, yes, sir. First time in my life, I asked myself, I'm even being asked, would you like to go there? Otherwise, I've only been dumped here, dumped there, thrown there. You won't believe it. I even had a Delhi police assignment, which had no work. So when I asked my then commissioner, sir, you posted me as joint commissioner, policy and planning. Can you tell me what is the policy and planning? He said, you got a car? You got an office? You got a secretary? I said, yes. He said, that's all. Go. I said, then all right, sir, here's my study leave. I want to go back to my, I want to now go for my Nehru scholarship. I'd achieved a Nehru scholarship and I went and wrote a book. The point here is, if you're asking me my legacy, I think the Indian Police Service, my Delhi Police Department has underutilized me in this life. It is I who kept emerging out of postings which were considered as low end. When I should have been posted as Joint Commissioner of Ranges, they were sending me into some other backyard postings. But the point here is, the only way, as I said, the last assignment, which is the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, has been exceedingly fulfilling, and to me, that's my legacy. Because I've documented this work in my book called Fearless Governance. I've done it as a sense of duty, conscientiousness, because the work was so collectively successful, despite all odds, that I felt it my duty to do justice to the historical documentation. And that's why this book has been written, Fearless Governance. And you know, it's not for selling. I'm sharing my soft copy everywhere, saying, please read, because I'm looking for grooming of leadership. The young UPSC, the young civil servants, the young should read what leadership is all about, where they can do it all. So this is my legacy.
You know, I hear you. And one, I'm very honored that you're using our platform to express yourself this way, because I don't see it with people in positions of power like yourself. You know, people don't talk so openly. And this is one of those strengths of women that you have showcased, that you're okay putting your vulnerabilities out there.